This is Chrisferb, and I'm going to review a dependent probability question that's 3 parts, also known as conditional probability. Okay, we'll get started. An urn contains 5 purple marbles, 3 green marbles, and 2 orange marbles. So 2 consecutive draws are made from the urn without replacement of the first draw. Find the following probability. So the big deal here is we have 2 consecutive draws, and after we draw the first one, the marble is not replaced. So it is done without replacement, which means our second draw, the possibilities of success are changed based on what we received with the first draw. Okay, a green is drawn second, given the first is orange. So even though it says what's drawn second and it's up front, it's the first part of our sentence here, we have to solve for the first draw first, which is orange. So for orange, we have 2 orange out of, and one other thing I'll write up here, total marbles, we have 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 2 over 10. And then for our second draw, we have a green is drawn second. So for green, we have 3 green marbles. We have 3. Now, instead of writing 10 right here, we have to write 9 because we already had our first draw. This is our second draw. So this is one of the ways that it affects our probability for the second draw. Write a 9 right there. We can do some reducing. Something that the other thing that we do here is we multiply these together. Whenever we have conditional probability, our probability decreases for success because it's the ultimate probability is based on having 2 things or more occurring. So in this case, we have 2 different draws, and there's conditions to them, and that's the given part. And so we multiply, and whenever we multiply, we decrease our chances for success. Whenever we see the word or, we increase our chances for success. Could be one or the other. In this case, we have to have both. So we're going to do some reducing. Our final probability is 1 over 15. That is the probability of drawing a green. A green is drawn second, given the first is orange. 1/15. So for the second one, a purple is drawn second, given the first is also purple. So drawing 2 purples without replacement. So let's do the first one first. In this case, it doesn't matter. They're both purple. First one first. Let's see. 5 over 10. And the second time that we look for purple, there are less purples to pick from. So in this case, we end up with 4 over 9. We can do a little bit of reducing here. Now we multiply. We end up with 10 over 45. And then we can still reduce. We end up with 2 9ths. Just checking to see if there's anything else, but that's it. So we end up with 2 9ths. Okay, and for the last one, we have any colors drawn except purple for the second draw, given the first is purple. So any colors drawn except purple second, given the first is purple. So the first one has to be purple. The second one's anything but purple. So for the first one, purple, that's 5 over 10. And then anything but purple, well, we have, for anything but purple, we have 5 that are not purple and 9 left. So So we end up with, we can do some reducing again. And in this case, we can we end up with 5 over 18. That's our answer. So the big thing to remember here is whenever we see the word given, it means we have a precondition. Given always changes what our second draw is going to be because there's some type of precondition, and we can't neglect that. The other thing is we have to do the first, calculate the first probability, and then multiply it by the second draw, or the probability for the second one. And if we don't do that right, then we end up with the wrong answer. Thank you.